Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you doing today? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. And today I wanted to come to you and talk about one of my favorite things, which is periods. Yay! I've made a lot of videos talking about my cycle and my relationship with my cycle, and in the past I made videos about me being on birth control, and then I made a video about me getting off of birth control and going to more natural methods of tracking my cycle and stuff like that. So this is definitely something that I enjoy talking about, and if you would like to see the other videos that I talked about this in, then I will have them linked down below. But today I wanted to specifically touch on the things that help support me during my period to help with menstrual cramps. I have been having my period now for almost 15 years, which is insane. Pretty much since my period started getting really regular, I started experiencing extreme menstrual cramps. And it's actually a huge reason why I actually did end up getting on birth control, because I knew that it would help with my cramps and make me feel better. So being able to be at the point where I don't have to be on either hormonal birth control or non-hormonal birth control, or even be taking Tylenol or Motrin or Midol or anything like that, is really crazy to me, because for most of my life, the majority of the time that I've been having my period, it has been full of debilitating, extreme discomfort and pain that would literally make me vomit whenever I was on my period. Whereas last week when I was on my period, I actually worked the first day of my period and I was super tired, but I wasn't in like immense amounts of pain. So I want to share this with you guys in case it would be helpful for you if you are wanting to do things a little bit more naturally, and also just get really in tune with your body and find out the things that could possibly help support you during this time. One thing that I do want to say before I get into the things that I do is that I feel like we live in such a time that is so focused on action and constantly moving and constantly doing something, and really this desire to constantly be proving ourselves by how productive we are, how stressed out we are, how much we're doing in our lives. And as someone with uterus, as someone who has a period, who has a menstrual cycle, I am shifting my perspective on my cycle from being a nuisance and something that I have to pretty much act like it doesn't exist because it just gets in the way of anything that I want to do or accomplish. Shifting that into, this is a beautiful release for me. This is a beautiful time where I am going to check in with myself and check in with my body and my mind and my spirit and reassess everything that has come to me throughout this entire month, reassess how I am feeling, and just slow the fuck down. Just slow the fuck down. And so much easier said than done, especially if you are a mama and you're doing a bunch of other things, you're working or whatever you are doing, just in this modern society. But this is a beautiful opportunity to bring some more of that into your life, and also let everyone know around you that it is extremely valuable and important to you that you are super in tune with your body and you are taking care of yourself during this time. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video is because I was reached out to from a company called Lilova, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. This company makes period-proof panties, and I think that is so awesome, because I was actually looking for some period underwear, because this is my Lena menstrual cup and I absolutely love this. But something fun about my vagina, if you want to know, is that the first like two-ish days of my cycle, my cervix is very low and it's also very sensitive. So when I wear this, it has like a suction to keep it inside of your vagina, and it can kind of like pull at my cervix area, and it can be extremely painful for me personally. Everybody's not like this. Before I had Luna, I actually had no issues at all, so this is just something that started happening after I had her. I like to avoid using this during the first part of my cycle, and I usually use organic tampons. I just use the ones without the applicator, and I get them off Amazon. I don't even remember what brand I use, but I use those. Those are really great. Switching over from using conventional tampons to using organic tampons was a game changer as well, because there's so many chemicals, fragrances, crazy shit in tampons, glyphosate in fucking tampons, and you're literally putting that in your vagina. Like, no, I'm not okay with that. So switching over to something that is basically just cotton. But sometimes I don't feel like putting anything in my vagina. If you feel uncomfortable with this topic, just stop watching, because a lot of things I'm gonna say are just sound like innuendos, or like you should say that's what she said afterwards. But this is just me and how my mind works. Sometimes I don't feel like doing that, so I like to use something like pads or something, but I really hate pads. They tend to irritate my sensitive area, and I just don't really like using them if I can avoid it. And also I just feel like a fucking diaper. So I was actually looking into getting some period panties, so when they reached out to me, I was like, yes, this is perfect timing. I'm so excited to try them. So they sent me 2 pairs, and I'll have all the details of this down below and on the screen with a link and a discount code down below. But they sent me these pair, and these are so pretty. I love this little detail right here, because I have plain black underwear, but like they're not like fancy looking. And I was a little bit nervous when I was going to try them at first, because I was worried about them being like thick and weird, kind of like if you ever cloth diapered and you've ever had a fitted diaper. I was worried about it feeling like that, or like training pants for like toddlers. Training underpants. I thought that it would feel like that, just like super thick and weird and uncomfortable. But these are super comfortable, and especially compared to like a thick, crunchy sounding pad, this is much improvement. So they're just black, which I really like. I do believe that they have other colors in certain styles and stuff. But I got these in a size medium. I got both of them in size medium, and these are for the more medium to heavier days. So I didn't get to try it on my heaviest days, which are like the first and second days of my cycle, just because I was experiencing some like clotting, which isn't really normal for me. But I figured I wouldn't get to try it to its fullest potential if I was like having a weird period, so I just waited until like my more medium-ish day to try it out. And then also I have the thong, which is also really great. This is more for like lighter days. It's super cute. It's super comfortable, and I really like this because towards the end of my cycle, it kind of does this thing where it's like, are you still on your period? Are you not? I don't know what's happening, what's going on. That worked out really great with my light days, and then these worked out really great for my medium days. They're really comfortable. I really like them, especially during nighttime, because I like to give my vagina a break from like having a menstrual cup or a tampon inside of it. I really like these. They were really great to wear, and they're super comfortable, and I'm super excited to wear them next time I have my period. I will definitely try them during the heavier days of my cycle and let you know what I think, because I'm really interested to see what will transpire. Just wanted to share that with you guys. I do think that it's something that isn't as talked about when it comes to like dealing with cramps and your menstrual cycle. I did find that I found a huge difference in my period and my cramps when I started using a menstrual cup, and when I switched over to organic tampons, and when I just basically stopped putting any chemicals or like foreign weird objects near my vagina. I mean, you know, within reason. It's a video about periods, guys. Like, how can I not make inappropriate jokes? Okay, so the next thing is something regarding like nutrition and supplementing. I do find that since I did adopt a vegan, more whole foods, plant-based diet, my cramps very much diminished. But I do have other things that I started implementing into my life that I find that if I'm not doing it, I totally notice a difference. So one of the things is herbs, and I'm obsessed with herbs. I would love to become a master herbalist. That's a whole different story. But the main ones that I like to use during or before my cycle to kind of prepare my body for my menstrual cycle is the red raspberry leaf and also nettle. I just mix these together. Red raspberry leaf is really good for, it says on here actually. It has magnesium, vitamin C, iron, potassium, and folate. This combination of nutrients in the leaves is commonly used to support the female reproductive system, strengthening the uterus and pelvic muscles and supporting healthy menstruation. Basically, I heard about this when I was pregnant, towards the end of your pregnancy to help, kind of like tone and strengthen your uterus for giving birth. And I also heard great things about it when it came to periods, and I started trying it, and I just like to use these together and make it into a nice tea and drink that every morning. And if I'm wanting something a little bit stronger, then I will do like an herbal infusion, which is basically essentially the same thing as a tea, but it's like brewed overnight and it's a lot more. That'll definitely give me a nice, beautiful dose of whatever nutrients I need from these products. As far as herbs go, to finish up, I do use cannabis as my herb of choice, and that is in the form of CBD, and this is the thoughtcloud full spectrum strawberry limeade CBD. This is just the one for the vape. You can use this sublingually too, so I use that like under my tongue if I don't feel like vaping it. And then too, I have this sublingual spray, which is called Ease, basically turmeric, and this helps like lower inflammation in your body and help ease any kinds of aches and pains. This doesn't taste the best, not gonna lie. I have to like wash it down with a little bit of plant-based milk, but if I need it, it does the job. It's amazing. Also, I have a little roller ball that I'll put on my lower belly, and that really, really helps kind of loosen things up. I am very in tune with my body right now, to the point where I know exactly what my body needs based on what it is craving. So before my period starts, like clockwork, like a week before, I start craving greens, iron-rich foods. I start craving magnesium-rich foods and stuff that really support you during your menstrual cycle. So I will drink my power shake, which is my greens powder that I absolutely love. I will just have like buckets of kale. Okay, maybe not buckets, but like I'll be upping my greens intake by like a good amount. And also stuff like black sharp molasses, which is really high in iron and magnesium, and also doing magnesium baths, that helps a lot too. I would love to make like a magnesium oil like lotion to rub on my belly whenever I'm having cramps, but honestly I feel like I'm at the point where like it's just like slightly uncomfortable when I have cramps. I do like to take baths when I'm on my period. For some reason I thought that I couldn't take baths. Like when I was younger, I thought that I couldn't take baths when I was on my period, I guess because I thought it was just gonna be like a blood bath. But normally I'll just leave my menstrual cup in and it'll be a-okay. And I don't know how I survived before without taking Epsom salt baths, because they literally solve all of my problems. And then the last thing is just super simple. It's just moving your body and keeping yourself active. I'm not saying you have to like go to the gym and like do your hard ass lifting when you are just starting your period, because I've tried to go in the gym like the first or second day of my period and I have very low energy. I can do some things, but I kind of feel like I'm gonna die. And it's so fascinating to me how our bodies change when we're on our cycles, based upon when we're on our cycles and stuff. And that could be a whole video that I'll talk about, how I feel like I feel during certain stages of my cycle and how that shifts. And it's magical. It's amazing. I find it fascinating, if you can't tell. Again, just being really in tune with your body and what it needs. I like to do stuff like yoga, really slow flow, kind of hatha yoga, maybe incorporating some vinyasa if I really feel like it. But very slow, very gentle yoga that is very supportive. I like to do a lot of stuff that helps, I'm like swaying. I like to do a lot of stuff that helps ease a lot of tension in my back and in my belly. So a lot of child's pose. I like downward dog. Why does everything sound pervy today? Some cat-cow, I also like to do, what is it, plow. That is really great for my back. Yeah, I like to do yoga to help with my cramps, or even before my period starts when I'm just feeling bloated and just kind of like funky in like my womb area. I even like to like massage it a little bit and like do some hip circles. Those are really, really, really yummy for when you're going to be starting your cycle, and just like getting really in touch with that space and breathing into it and not holding so much tension. We hold so much tension in our body. Hi guys, different camera setup, but my day with filming today has just been all over the place. So I figured I'd just get on my phone to finish this video because I didn't want to just end it on that note. We hold so much tension in our bodies just as a society, and as women, as people with uteruses, as people who have cycles, we hold a lot of tension in our uterus and our womb space, and being able to find things that help get things flowing, help keep things warm and moving is just really, really, really beneficial to our everyday life, really, our relationship with our bodies, our relationship with our cycle, and also in the way that we don't have as much pain during our periods and stuff like that. I do think that a lot of it does have to do with the way that we are mentally approaching our periods. A lot of it does have to do with the physical, but it does have to do with the mental as well, and being able to get to a space where we can accept it as a time of great release and a time of being able to get super in tune with yourself. It can be a beautiful experience, and that's something that has shifted for me over the last few years. It definitely hasn't been how I've been my whole life. But yeah, it's been a beautiful experience and a beautiful change for me to be able to actually look forward to my period. And not have it be something that I'm afraid of because of the debilitating pain that I was in. So I think that's pretty much all that I said, wrapped up into like a few less seconds than I was talking before, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was really helpful for you. If you guys have any methods or things that you like to use as far as helping with your period cramps, let me know down below. And if there are other videos you would like to see, also let me know. I would love to do that for you. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day. I love you. Bye.